don't know if it's the fact that you've never had to go through these situations in your life. Until you do, then I feel like that you shouldn't even have to say anything about it,
bro.
You shouldn't part your lips. If you if you feel this way, cool, then feel that way. We don't need to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that. Yeah. And the fact that you said what you said, you might have lost the Dallas Cowboys fans.
That's what I'm saying. Cowboy fans don't care what he said.
Oh, yes, they do.
No, they don't.
I've talked to a lot.
They don't care.
I'm telling you.
They hadn't had a winning record in years. And they were like, this is the year. This is the year.
But every single year they say that.
You think they're going to care? They're going to care who playing on the field?
Yes, they do. Yes, bro. Are you serious? The main thing that people were having an uproar about. Oh, we got Elliott in the back. Oh, we going to the Super Bowl. Oh, we got that Prescott on the back. Oh, we going to the Super Bowl, and we got the X Factor on the end, bro. Oh, we going,
bro.
But when your main players, and it's always a black person, and it's disheartening. It is disheartening to see a quarterback of that caliber, a person that comes from where he came from. If I'm not mistaken, he came from somewhere in the South. To not understand why people are protesting,
bro.
But my question is it the fact that you don't understand, or is it the fact that you don't care,
bro? You tell me. Okay. Wait. Answer this question for me.
Yes, sir.
All right. If your team is losing, and every year you're hyping them up, you're like, this is the year they're going to win, no matter who's playing for you. Why does it matter if one player says something of the nature of, if a man wants to protest, let him protest, but I ain't got nothing to do with it.
It's not. He said this organization isn't going to tolerate that.
Exactly.
Anybody that plays on this team, this organization is not going to tolerate that. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to talk about one player saying something or doing something, look at Johnny Manziel. Cleveland Browns. When is the last time they've had a winning record? And you have Johnny Manziel saying what he's saying, doing what he's doing. Or even if you look at a team with a winning record, Gronkowski, of the racial slurs that he said, the things that he was doing, 2-3 years ago in clubs. He didn't get any backlash because he had a winning record, first and foremost. Secondly, the media didn't push it out there either because they knew that it was going to be a lot of backlash with it. Now, for him to say that on a public day, on a media day, right when they started their...
What did he say?
He said that this organization isn't going to we don't tolerate protesting. Gronkowski? Oh, he said the N-word. He was saying the N-word at a party, and somebody recorded it.
But that's what I'm saying, though. If we're sitting by ourselves and we're talking,
okay,
versus, you know what I'm saying, versus anybody else, why is it such a big deal?
Because even when you're just like for your occupation, if you are doing something that is seen as obscene or not of the nature that we display for who you work for, that can be grounds for you to be fired. Do you know how many people have gotten fired lately because of that? Because they see, in the company's like, okay, we're not going to tolerate that. We're not going to tolerate the racism because that's not right, because you're representing us.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. There are rules for, racial discriminations,
but it's
or
only
not.
rules for certain people that it applies to.
Whoever, it's the same thing. It's the same thing being law enforcement. When you push the law that you want to push, that's when it's going to get listened.
But it's not the same thing across the board for everybody. That's my whole thing. If you're going to be one way, then be one way across the board. You see what I'm saying? You can't pick and choose when you want. You can't pick and choose when you want to be black.
Yeah, you're right about that.
You can't pick and choose when you want to be white.
I'd snap my fingers.
But you can pick and choose if you want to be gay. But in what I say, I'm not saying that it's just a choice. What I'm saying is, you can lie to somebody's face whether or not you're gay or not. They would never know unless you show tendencies or unless you told them. But I can't sit here and say, well, I'm Chinese. Do I look Chinese? They're going to be like, shut up, nigga. like, for real.
You could be a sumo wrestler.
I could be a sumo wrestler, but that doesn't mean I'm Chinese.
That is true. But okay, all right. But what I'm saying, if Prescott says it's not going to be tolerated here.
Okay.
All right. Is that a hit on him, or is it a hit on who's paying him? But it's just like any other place, though.
But it's using him as a puppet. Have you ever seen Django? You seen Django? You seen the character that not Morgan Freeman, but Samuel Jackson was playing.
Yeah,
that's Dak Prescott. That's Dak Prescott. Who's this nigga on this nag?
Bro,
is his first thing.
Millions of dollars.
Bro, okay, millions of dollars versus your dignity. You could spend them below that $1 million.
But why are we doing this against a crackhead? Why are we doing this against somebody, who walking around the house, walking around the place homeless?
What you mean doing what? Giving them money?
What? Why we ain't getting mad at them? Why we ain't getting mad at them for being broke? Walking around, talking craziness.
Nobody's going to be upset with a person for being broke. It could be a lot of different circumstances for them. But it could be the fact that the government, that most people don't really like to favor your veterans, because a lot of your homeless people are veterans.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why are we arguing about that?
No. We do argue about that. There are actually a lot of different, not cases, but a lot of different laws and things that people are voting for right now to give more money to VA, but a lot of people don't prefer that because they feel like that it's not going to be substantial for the country. But these are the same people that fought for your freedom, for you to be here, for you to have the rights that you have. And you're talking about Vietnam vets, you're talking about Desert Storm vets, you're talking about Afghan vets. These are people that fought and gave their lives and hurt themselves very, 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 very badly just so you can sit and stand and be quote unquote free in this country. What they fought for were the rights of this country, and in that clause, and even in the last stanza of the national anthem, home of the free, what is it? Well, land of the free, home of the brave? Land of the free.
But why aren't we getting on them about why didn't you live a better life when you came back? Why did you make those bad decisions? Well,
because you got to think about the promises that were promised them whenever they got back that they never received. They didn't receive that money. They never, and you got to think about what kind of experiments were people, or what kind of things that they saw over there that messed them up. But we didn't have a reformation system for them to go through before we released them back into the world. All they got was a debriefing, and they were like, all right, you good, peace.
So it's our fault now.
Oh, it's definitely our fault.
Okay, then. So if Prescott is basically saying that his organization is not going to stand for the kneeling or whatnot, then is it his fault or the people who's setting the rules that he can speak about?
Then he didn't need to speak on it.
Why not? They asked him the question.
No, he could have said no comment. Next question.
Yeah, that'd have been even worse. That'd have been worse.
It's not even worse.
Yes, it would have.
It's not even worse.
Yes, it would have.
Look at Marshawn Lynch. I'm here because I'm here so I don't get fined. I'm here.
Shout out to Beast Mode.
Exactly. Shout out to Beast Mode, bro. I love it. I'm here so I won't get fined.
Yeah.
You could have went that route. He got some backlash where it was like he just won't answer questions because he didn't want to answer any questions. You have that right to or not to answer a question.
Yeah, they won the Super Bowl. That's why it was all No,
no, they didn't win the Super Bowl yet. That was before they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he won the Super Bowl.
Well, the year before.
So everybody was like, "Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's good."
Some people did, but you had a lot of people that were upset because of the fact that he didn't answer any questions. But that's besides the point. The fact is you didn't have to part your lips about it.
Why not? He's black,
bruh.
Every black person has.
If you really, and if these coaches are really pushing this initiative, then why would you want your African American players saying something like that, knowing that it would upset the rest of the African American community? And that is a lot. That is a big percentage.
It is
of
not
your fan base.
His fault for those that don't make it.
It's not his fault for those who don't make it, but it is his fault for what he says.
He cannot be accounted for the entire African race if what he says.
But you're accounted for yourself.
It goes both ways.
No.
Yes, it goes both ways. The coin, the quarter, it has two sides, and they both say heads. If he says something, if he says something, and a black person gets mad at him about it, so be it. But if another black person says he shouldn't have said nothing, what does that mean?
I mean,
but
what is he saying, and what is he portraying to all of these black kids that look up to him?
He's portraying to black kids that if you
follow your rules of your
pair. Yeah. If you want to really make an effect, you make an effect where it actually changes versus causing a war. When him being black, he has a right to speak on any African American issue, whether his comments are negative or positive, because it's a part of his nationality. If he wants to make an effect on his community, what he says, what he does off the screen is what matters. The media attention is a two-sided sword.
It is a two-sided sword, but as a 3-year NFL player, you know and you see exactly how of a double-edged sword the media can be. So if that question arises, knowing that this can go left or this is going to go right, why not just stay neutral?
Because somebody's either going to walk to the sword and get stabbed, or somebody's going to pick it up and make it a weapon. To either way,
somebody else.
Yeah.
But that's my whole thing. You, like you said, there's always two sides to the coin, right? So the side of the coin that he chose was, one, going to upset a good bit of your fan base. It was definitely going to upset the black community, which you're black. Well, he's black, sorry. And also, it was going to appease his owner. Now, if you would have said something that would have been on the contrary, it would have gave the black community a little bit more insight. Now, which I'm not saying that he should have been like, yeah, we protest and blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that he should have said that. I'm saying that he should have not said anything at all. But going back to what I was saying before, it would appease the black community. It would have gave the fans a lot more to look forward to, but it would have pissed off your owners, because Jerry Jones was one of the main ones that was pushing the initiative for either people to not be in the back or to be on the field and do
people
it. But,
be in the back, yeah.
But then Jerry Jones also said, we're not going to allow you to be in the back either. You're going to sit here and you're going to stand for the national anthem. And if you sit, you're cut. What? So you telling me that I, as a person, as a human being, cannot exercise my human rights to protest? Period. Now, even if you look at jobs like, and we'll take for example Apple. There was 2 years ago, there was a very big protest to Apple, especially in Japan? Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people weren't getting paid what they were supposed to. There was a big protest about that. A lot of people committed suicide, and they're still committing suicide
Idiots.
Because,
Sorry, Lord forgive me. I was wrong for that. I was wrong for that.
man, come on.
My bad.
But it's the fact that they have the right to